We're all my chocolate lovers. Today we are making a total local chocolate cupcake, and we're doing it with an aromatic twist. So if you want to see what that twist is, stay tuned. So we are making Badawi's ultimate total local chocolate cake recipe, but we are making them into cupcakes today, and we have all our ingredients here. Now we're working with plenty chocolate. I mean, it's our chocolate cake, so we're bringing it. So we are using Trinitario, the local chocolate from Trinitario bean, which is local and indigenous to Trinidad and Tobago. In our opinion, it is the best chocolate in the world. So we have that here. We have the powder, we have the shavings, we have some cocoa nibs, which we're going to add to our buttercream, and the aromatic twist that I was referring to is the Angostura Cocoa Bitters, which also uses the Trinitario bean. It's an expertly blended and distinct expression crafted with fine Trinitario cocoa nibs. Hello, and I'm going to give it a little taste test. Just a little touch so I could see what we're working with. I'm interested to see how much of the cocoa flavor really comes through. Ooh. Ooh, that is nice. Ooh, that is nice, Olia, nice. I can see this working in the cake itself and also in the buttercream. So we're going to put all our ingredients together. We're going to follow Badawi's recipe because it's foolproof, and we're going to make the best total local chocolate cupcakes ever. So let's get into it. Christmas season is here, which means it is also baking season. I mean, how many of us grew up around Christmas time, you know, baking? I am not so much of a baker, but with this recipe here and following it, I think I could do a good job. I think, right? So this definitely is one that you can try for the Christmas. I know everybody making fruit cake and whatever, black cake, but you could try this little total local chocolate cake. Right, so it says sift flour, baking powder, and baking soda into a bowl. So our flour is already sifted. I've added it, and now we're going to add the baking powder and baking soda. Just like that. Mix it around. And then the next step is add salt, cocoa powder, sugar, and tonka bean. Yes, you heard well, tonka bean. So I'm adding the salt, our cocoa powder from the Trinitario bean, sugar, and then tonka bean. Where is my sugar? Where's my sugar? I thought the sugar was here. Oh. And here's our sugar. Add it in. Just like this. And then also the tonka bean. Tonka bean gives me, well, bacon on the whole, but also using tonka bean is just very reminiscent of my childhood when I lived with my grandmother in the early stages of my life. She was an expert baker, and I remember making cakes by hand, breads by hand, and I guess the best part of the cake making for me, she used to call me to lick the palate, which we can get to that point yet, but we will soon. So add in the tonka bean. And I think the tonka bean, as well as the use of the bitters, is going to really give this cake a robustness and a depth. So you're going to taste chocolate, yes, but you're going to also taste various layers of flavor. I think that is going to make you say, now that is chocolate cake. Next, we have to add eggs, milk, and oil, and then combine. So I'm just going to crack my eggs separately. Add one, crack the other one, add this in. So eggs, milk, nice, oil, which is the fat that we need. It's going to make the cake nice and moist, and we're going to mix with our hands. I know it have fancy tools out here. Feel free to use your fancy tools, but today We're doing it the old-fashioned way. So it has all been mixed up. We're going to add in the coffee now. Now, let me tell you something. Let me tell you, if you are not adding coffee to your chocolate cake, then it's not going to taste as chocolatey. Just that's a given rule. That's a given rule. It's not going to taste like coffee. It's just going to enhance the flavor of the chocolate. Yeah? So add in your coffee. And so far, this is going pretty good. Pretty good. You all know who I am with baking, but so far I'm feeling very confident. I'm feeling confident. So we're gonna add the boiling water, but we're not gonna add all at one time because remember we have our eggs in here. We do not want to cook the cake at this point. So we're gonna add it in slowly to temper the eggs because we don't want scrambled eggs, yeah? Let me make sure this mixes in. So several hours later, no, not hours, right? But certainly after a good workout, everything is incorporated. And we are going to add our Angostura Cocoa Bitters. You are not going to see how much we are going to add because it is just based on however you feel, whatever the ancestors tell you, however you feel, right? And because I'm loving how this is tasting, I'm going to give it a couple dashes. Let me see. Actually, I'm going to taste the batter to know if I need to add more. Ooh. No, but it could do it a little more. It could do it a little more. This is so nice. Yum. So now we're going to put this into our cupcake tins. And while this goes into the oven, we're going to work on our buttercream. So our cupcakes are out of the oven and they are perfect, right? Look at them here, they're looking all good looking and cute. Please do not be an eager beaver like me and fill up the cupcake to the brim. I was a little bit eager. Please go halfway. When you go halfway, you get a more perfectly looking cupcake. And then if you go to the brim, you'll get these that look a little, you know what I mean? A little less perfect, but still gonna be yummy. So we are now going to make our buttercream, and we have to combine butter, grated coconut powder, and sugar. Cocoa powder. Send me this blooper. Send me. So we are going to make our buttercream frosting, and we have to combine butter, grated cocoa powder, which we have here, sugar, and salt in a bowl with a spatula. Gonna add in our cocoa, and this is the grated cocoa from the cocoa ball. Yeah, going to add in our sugar, icing sugar, salt, and I just, before I use the hand mixer, just gonna give it a little help. And when it's time to use the hand mixer, we're gonna add in our milk as well as our Angostura Cocoa Bitters. Remember, we added that in the batter as well. But I just wanna make sure, you know, I get this sort of a little bit broken down so that it's not powder all over my face. Right, so we're starting on low speed with our hand mixer. Gonna add in the milk now. Back on low speed. Now we're gonna add the Angostura Cocoa Bitters. Right, so we are done whipping. So I'm gonna put a little more dashes of this. I'm just gonna fold. This is so light and airy, like wow. So now we're just gonna frost our cupcakes, top it with a little cocoa nibs, and then we're gonna bite into them. Duh, we're gonna bite into these cupcakes. Ooh, it's very moist, soft. So it is very moist, very chocolatey. I am tasting the cocoa bitters in the cake itself. It's on the batter, it's not too sweet. Then you get the crunch of the cocoa nibs. This is coming through in a really nice way, guys. Like, wow. Listen, you'll be licking your fingers, your toes. This thing is so good. A very special thanks to our friends over at Angostura for sending us over the Angostura Cocoa Bitters. This can be found in all leading supermarkets nationwide. And let me tell you something, when you see it, just pick it up. Just pick it up. Don't ask no question. Just say, oh, Crystal said to try it, so I'm trying it. This is so great and it is so versatile. Yes, we used it in bacon today in the cupcakes. You could splash this over on some good ice cream. Sprinkle it on your oats in the morning. This product is very versatile. Listen, it is going places. It's around the world, so you need to try it. Thank you very much, Angostura. You all did really, really good with this one. Be sure to try the recipe, and when you do, please tag us and let us see all those nice, cute little chocolate cupcakes. Let us see it with the frosting and the little cocoa nibs and everything. Try it out, guys. This is definitely one for your Christmas spread this year. See you on the next one.